Today we're continuing our series on Power BI dashboards provided by Rego Consulting as part of our free offering. In the past, we've talked to you about dashboards around resource management, which gave you that full view of resources and helped you dissect and understand and make decisions around resources. Today, we're going to focus on the capacity planning aspect. And really, allocation/capacity, we're focusing on the fringe. As we look at this dashboard, we're going to see the fringes, meaning overallocations. In this case, we're at 115% overallocated in our organization because we don't have any filters on. We have 112 resources that are impacted and 87 investments that are impacted. What's the value proposition with the investments? Are they going to actually be on time if I have people that are overburdened? Probably not. Are my teams going to actually continue to work with me if I work them too hard? We know from an organizational standpoint that you can define what your threshold is. Maybe at your organization, the number is 20%, so we go 120%. We'll see some changes here. That only drops me down to 110 overallocated resources. So as I'm looking in this information, not only can I define the threshold, but I can tweak who I'm focused on. So right now I mentioned I'm using the entire organization, but maybe I wanted to drill down to a specific resource manager or a specific organizational breakdown structure or time period, right? So you really have a lot of controls to say the data I'm looking at, show me what makes sense for me. As I hover over our Apollo product launch, I can see a few more pieces of detail about that. I can also drill down and get a highlight of just that particular project, or in this case, investment. Or I can drill through to more detail. So as I drill through to more detail, I see that I have 15 resources from 16 different managers. So over on the left, it's giving me a set of instructions on what am I visualizing. And quickly I can understand that I have a lot of overallocated folks. This project, in this case, is in trouble, right? It looks green because everybody is set and they're not assigned too many hours for this project, but the other stuff that they're working on is causing some challenges. Now, what if I say, well, I want to work my people harder? Does that make a significant change? It doesn't, as I up this to 20%. And so I can look at this and I see here, well, I have some roles that I haven't even staffed yet. And I can understand maybe that, we have a lot of projects out there with QA components in it and we don't want. So we can change out and say, you know what, let's not show all of that. Let's just show the actual resources that are assigned. I still have a significant amount of folks that are over allocated. Poor Michael Parks is the only person that's properly allocated, and Sid Patel here is under allocated. Maybe we could take advantage of him. The value here is now I have more information into the specifics around this specific investment. As I look at the details here, I can pivot and I can say, all right, we looked at one, we drilled down to the scenario of it. Now we're just going to start at that overview of all my resources. And right now, I have my resources, some number calculations here in these 4 swim lanes. And the concept here is as I click a different scenario here, like in this case, primary role, I can see the summation of them by that view. And so at the click of a finger, it gives me the information that's relative or important to me. I could click on Dana, and it's going to then filter the whole rest of the page to only show me Dana Lewis and the things that are appropriate to her. As I continue to move along, I can see this same information by project. So here I have a view again where I can change it up, and I'm looking by cost type. So I'm using the CapEx OpEx scenario, and I can change those views. I have some monthly trending by the different OBSs that we have, and I can look at that and drill into more details if that's available. And then if I take a different tact of resources being overallocated to projects and the resources themselves, if I look at my projects that are out there, or in my investments in this case, I can look at those things that are coming in the future that have no staffing. I can look at them by their status, and I can filter that out. And I can look at the trends. I can see here a bunch of stuff is starting, 7 new projects in April, and I don't have any assignments on them. Way over here in September, I have 5. Aha, that's a lot. But when I'm looking through this, I look at the type. Most of these are ideas. They're not even approved yet. Well, that's great. Should I get rid of those? Should I get rid of unapproved things? I have the ability to pick and choose. So in this case, I'm just going to get rid of the ideas. And I look here and, I've just got 2 projects that aren't staffed. Not a big deal. One's in March, one's in May. Maybe I don't even need to worry about that. So really allowing you to visualize, again, on the outside of what's going on. Where are those projects that haven't even started yet? Should I be concerned about those things? So as always, Rego's trying to provide you some Power BI information in this case. Hopefully you enjoyed this time.